Hey folks, Sunny and South. Hope everybody doing real good. Smothered turkey wings on the menu this evening. I got a request to put these on the channel. There's about 3 common ways to make these smothered turkey wings. There's an old school traditional way. That's what we're going to be doing today. Why? Because it's Sunday in the South. The second way is a little bit easier, where you basically braise the wings and the braising technique produces its own gravy. A little bit easier. And the third and the easiest way is you use some condensed soups and some dry soup powders. But we're doing the old school traditional way today. For this, you're going to need 2 or 3 pounds of turkey wings. I got some nice big plump ones back here. I got lucky and found those. Going to need a big onion sliced up. Going to need a bell pepper. That's a mix of a orange and a green. You can use whatever you got. It don't matter. That's just what I had I need to get rid of, so that's what we're using. You're going to need some flour and some butter. You know we're going to make a roux. A little bit of Saison, optional, but I like to add a little MSG to certain things, so it's going in. Going to need some smoked paprika, some parsley. I've got several different dry seasonings in here. I'm going to get mixed up. That's what we're going to season them wings with when we roast them. That's a combination of onion powder, garlic powder, some salt and pepper. It's a little bit of a red pepper flake in there. All the ingredients for that be down in the description. You're going to need some herbies. I've got some sage, a little bit of rosemary and thyme. If you don't have that or don't want to use it, when you go to make the gravy, just add you some dry, thyme and sage. That's cooking. I've got some celery back here that's diced up. This is about 1 stalk, and it's diced pretty small. We're going to get that in the bottom of the roasting pan. Got a little gravy masher. We may use a little bit later if the color ain't the way I want it on the gravy. I've got 4 cups of turkey stock. It's homemade turkey stock. Thanksgiving just went by. You got turkey left over. Make you some darn stock. Put it in the freezer. That's what times like this calls for. Don't have turkey stock? Use some chicken stock. Just make sure it's a low sodium or unsalted chicken stock. Let's get to cooking. First thing we're going to do is get these turkey wings processed up. We got a big sliver of skin that runs right down the middle here at this joint. We're going to go through there and just cut that. And then we're going to go down into this joint. It's just like cutting chicken wings. There's no difference in the two. They're all put together about the same. I like to go in there and kind of break that a little bit. And then you can go in here with a good chef's knife and you can cut straight through it. And now we got the drum part and we got the flat. Now this tip, you can save this tip as scraps for turkey stock. I'm going to actually throw it in the roasting pan, let it render off too, because we're going to use these drippings to make a gravy with. And for these tips, instead of fighting and wrestling, I just use a cleaver and go in there and take it off. Get the rest of these priced up, see y'all back shortly. Alright, we got all of our flats and drums separated, looking real nice. We're going to go through and get some olive oil in here. Get these oiled up here a little bit. We got our seasoning blend here. I'm just going to mix this up pretty good. We're going to get all of this on these turkey wings. looking pretty good. Let me get my hands cleaned up and we'll move along. I got the wing tips laying down here in the bottom of the roasting pan. We're going to get some celery down. We're going to get us just a splash or two of water in. We're going to start putting our turkey pieces in. Got some Sazon. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top of each one of these. We'll sprinkle just a little more paprika on here. This is what really gives this a nice dark, deep color. Of course, that Sazon definitely does it too. You can see it's already starting to soak in and get nice and orangey. Sazon's fairly concentrated. Got a lot of nice seasoning in it. So a little paprika. We're going to go in and lay about half of this sliced onion on. Just going to put it right on the top here. These bell peppers laying on here. I got some sage. I'm just going to lay it down here in the bottom of this roasting pan so it can mix up real nice with those pan drippings. We got some thyme. Just going to lay it around here and there. A little bit of rosemary. Just going to lay it down in the bottom of the pan. We're going to get this covered up with some foil. Make sure she's sealed up real nice. We're going to get that in the oven, 375, and we're going to let them cook for about an hour and 15 minutes. See y'all back shortly. About 10 minutes left before we pull them wings out of the oven. We're going to start on this gravy. Get us 4 tablespoons of butter in the skillet. We're going to get our onion in this melted butter. I'll let these start cooking down here a little bit, softening up, sweetening up a little. In a few minutes, we'll pull them turkey wings out the oven. Get them drippings pulled. This gravy put together gonna be extra good. We got the turkey out the oven, been roasting about an hour and 15 minutes. Let's take a look and see what they're doing. Oh, that's smelling good. I'm gonna go in here and fish out the thyme. Sage and rosemary back here. We're going to get that out. Let's see. Starting to get tender. It's got a ways to go anyway, but it's definitely starting to get tender. We got to get them drippings out of there. See what we ended up with. Now let me turn it to the American side. Got about a cup and a half. Grease gonna come up to the top. Let's get this gravy whooped up. Onion softened up there a little bit. Smelling real good in that butter. We're gonna go in with 4 tablespoons or a 1/4 cup all-purpose flour. We're just going to let this flour cook here about 2 minutes, get the raw off of it, and then we'll start putting our drippings and some of this turkey stock in. Alright, got that roux looking real nice. We're going to go in with this turkey stock. Get about a cup in there to start with, get this tempered out. Whisk it around, make sure we ain't got no clumpages. Looking pretty good. Get another cup in. Get that whooped in. We're going to go in with these turkey drippings. Came out of a roasting pan. We're going to get all the goodies off the bottom and leave the fat behind. We got about 3 cups in here so far. I'm going to let this come up to a simmer, thicken, and see where we are. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to add a little more turkey stock. Let's get about another cup in. About 4 cups total. And this is going to go in the oven. It's going to cook down some because it's going to be uncovered, so you don't want it too thick because it's going to thicken when it reduces, concentrates in flavor. We're going to get us some parsley in here. A couple of tablespoons of parsley. Some pepper in for sure. Good bit of pepper. I think it might need some salt. It might need a little sage. Yeah, I could use a little salt. Get a little in there. That turkey stock I had was salted a little bit. And of course those drippings, I got some sodium in it. We're going to darken this up a little bit with some Gravy Master. I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of sage. That fresh sage I put in the bottom of the pan, I guess just didn't pick up a whole lot. It needs a little sage. We're going to go in with about a 1/4 teaspoon. The gravy is looking right. Boy, I tell you what, it smells good. Regular folks approved. Let's get it poured over these wings. Just trying to make sure everything is in the gravy pretty good so that these wings can cook down nice and tender. And the last thing we're going to do before we get these back in the oven, I got some smoked paprika. We're just going to go in here and get a little on these bad boys. These are going to go back in the oven, same temp, 375, for about 30-45 minutes or until they're tender. We'll take a look at them, make sure. If they need more time, we'll let them roast in this gravy a little longer. See what we're looking like. Looking pretty good, getting some real nice color on. They've been in here right at about 45 minutes. And let's see if we're tender. Pretty tender for sure. I'm going to put this back in here, cut the broiler on just a minute or two. Just let them darken up a little bit more. There's our final product. Smothered turkey wings. Gravy looking pretty darn good. Boy, I tell you what, it's gonna be delish. Make sure everything gets a little gravy love in here. We're going to get this plated up. Supper time. The first thing we're going to do is plate us up some rice. Got me some old canned turnip greens we're going to have over here on the side. Go along extra good. Sprinkle a little parsley on. I believe that old turkey wing gonna be pretty good. Let's get in here and see what it's talking about. Oh, tender turkey meats. Look at that. Just pulling apart, pulling off the bone. Boy, that is good. Boy, I tell you what, this is delish. Go in here and just dig this turkey meat out, get some of that gravy with that rice. Very rich turkey flavor. No canned greens ain't too bad either. That is delish. That's a real treat for dinner. Smothered turkey wings. Till next time, peace.